Greetings. Today we have the moon going into Capricorn, and that brings 5 planets in Capricorn for about a day until Venus enters Aquarius. But that means for Friday, we have all 5 planets in Capricorn for most of the day. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Friday, January 16th. So, what happens as the moon enters Capricorn, which it does at 3:46 a.m. Pacific time? What happens there is that the moon joins the other planets that are already hanging out in Capricorn. And so we've had for a couple of weeks now, all of these, we've got the sun, but also Venus, Mars, and Mercury now, all moving through Capricorn, which are all, those are all the inner planets. They all speak to our day-to-day lives, our personalities, and well, in the natal chart, the inner planets speak to your personality. When we're talking about them in the chart for today and how it's affecting us and our self-care needs, it speaks to our day-to-day lives and things that come up for us as the issues and themes of our day-to-day lives, with the moon especially being that energy of the mood. The way we feel on the inside, the moon speaks to our needs. So, as the moon joins these other personal planets in Capricorn, what we have is now the feeling comes in a little bit more deeply into our souls as we think about these Capricorn energies and what are the systems, what are the structures that are going to support us moving forward. So, themes of getting organized, and we spoke about this before as these personal planets went into Capricorn, but really thinking about what that looks like, what that means for you in your personal life, and how getting organized can support you in your goals, in your hopes, dreams, wishes. What does it look like to create a plan, a strategy, right? So whether it is wanting to make the world a better place and step up and speak up about injustice or things that you don't want to support, whether it's working on those kinds of things or whether it is your dream, your vision, which of course, when you invest in yourself, when you invest your time, energy, hopes and dreams and resources in yourself, you're putting those energies into and investing in what you being the best you can be. And that is the best way for you to make a positive difference for the world around you. So if you are interested in showing up in ways that help, right? That help the whole, that help humanity, that help focus on solving problems and creating things together and making communities better and stronger and more resilient and helping people to get what they need. If those are things that are important to you, then investing in yourself is the best way you can be helpful in any of those things, because you doing what you are here to do, what you're good at, what you know, what you've gained skills in, what you are naturally drawn to, what feels effortless to you because you're passionate about it. When you don't do those things, that is the best way for you to make a positive difference. So, with the moon in Capricorn, it can really help us connect with those deeper places of resilience and strength. And what does it look like to invest in what we're good at, what we can do, how we can make a difference? And that could, again, as simple as getting organized, making a plan, making a to-do list. So some people vibe really well with to-do lists, and that gives you your checklist of things to do. Other people, it just creates a feeling of failure because you put it on a list and then you didn't do it. So don't do it if it isn't supportive to you, but find the things that are supportive. So, getting organized, cleaning and clearing space, making things streamlined, more efficient. Those are the, maybe some people think they're non-sexy, but but those are the things that are going to support your creative efforts and help you to be successful. So that's the vibe of having 5 planets in Capricorn, is really you cannot ignore what is needing your attention. Where do you need to invest in planning, in strategizing, in organizing things in a way that will be supportive to you, whether that is a to-do list or whether that is cleaning your kitchen so you so you feel like you have that, not just cleaning though, right? Cleaning is the day-to-day stuff that we do. This is deeper. This is like organizing your cupboards so that you can have meal prep and cleanup be easier going forward, right? It's these non-sexy things that are really going to make a real tangible difference in your quality of life, but also in your ability to participate and build resilience for yourself and be the strongest you can be according to, what is true and right for you and your soul. What's interesting to me is that as we have all of this Capricorn energy, which very soon is going to start turning into Aquarius energy of breaking out, of needing freedom, of breaking through old constructs and constraints. So that's coming really soon here as these personal planets start to move into Aquarius. But we will have the Capricorn new moon. So we're focusing on these foundations, and that new moon is on Sunday. We're at the beginning of Capricorn now, so really entering this new moon period of really getting leaner, meaner, cleaner in terms of how we are going to have our needs met, and that will propel us. That will give us the fuel that we need, the resilience, the strength, the adaptability, right? Because when you make a list, it doesn't mean you have to stick to that list. It just gives you a place to come back to. Oh, yeah, this is my foundation. This is what I put down that was important to do. And so maybe by doing some of those things on any given day, you can feel, that sense of accomplishment and that sense of having moved something forward. So what's interesting to me though is as we have all of this Capricorn energy, we also have that Neptune hanging out at 29 degrees Pisces. Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, also in Pisces. So there is a sense of really connecting to a bigger picture. And so, in other words, we're not just getting organized for the heck of it. We're getting organized because there's meaning. There is something calling us forward. There is a bigger picture and something moving us on that either spiritual or bigger picture, like principles and purpose, that sense of something greater than ourselves. So that's the background for what's going on here in the day-to-day stuff with the Capricorn energy. Is that Capricorn day-to-day is serving that bigger picture of what is meaningful to us, what brings meaning and purpose and sparks of, the connection and feeling that sense of the bigger why we do this, what this is about, and maybe even why you're here, right? Why things in your life have gone the way they have up to this point, because those experiences help you to be more clear about who you are, what you're good at, and how to move forward in that and go with the flow with that Pisces energy. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com. More to come at transformationalastrology.com. That's my member site. And I've got some exciting things in the works, so stay tuned for that. And thank you for being here and for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.